What is up, YouTube? This is Manny. Today is going to be my first attempt at doing a voiceover on one of these videos that I've recorded on my drone. Yes, it is a very cheap drone. It is a Chinese drone. Nothing against China, just throwing it out there. I know we're in California and that can be very offensive. I don't want to get canceled on my first video. Anyway, that being said, yes, it is a very low quality drone, but there's no point in spending a lot of money if I'm not going to continue with this. But that being said, I'm going to try to explain everything that's going on. And if you like it, or if you want to know more, or if you think I said something wrong, leave it in the comments. Let me know what's up, and I'll try to explain it or admit that I was wrong. But here we go. So in this video, we have an 824, and we have a water truck and two scrapers. The water truck and the 824 are ours, Dig. I work for Dig. And the two scrapers, they're Terex scrapers. So this is very small fill, very small job. So it's a little easier to explain what's going on. It's not so hectic. And I know I'm sorry about all the moving around with the drone. If you get dizzy, I apologize. So what they're doing here is we're making what they call pads. They're compacting the dirt so they can build something on it. I'm not exactly sure. I think they're building homes right here, or maybe something else. I'm not sure, but we're making the pads here. So as you see, you got the water truck following the 824. Ideally, you like to stay. The 824 will do circles. At least that's the way Daddy Greg does it. And I've worked with quite a few, and Daddy Greg's one of the easiest to work with. He makes it life easier for everybody. So he goes in circles as the scrapers come. We'll see where they're at right now. They should be popping up here any minute. Generally, it's a lot more hectic. There's a lot more scrapers. There's a lot more going on. But like I said, this one, pretty basic. But the 824 goes in a circle. And each time he goes in a circle, he moves left to right. So he's lapping himself and moving towards the right. And yeah, that's the sky. But see, there comes the scrapers. So the scrapers are come. You see them dumping on the right-hand side. They're completing this dump. The scraper will come through. He'll dump it about 6 inches to a foot thick. He'll dump across. Now the other scraper should come and dump either right over the top of his to complete the row, or right next to him. And the water truck come through, put water down. First thing I was taught was you never dump dry dirt on dry dirt. So as soon as the scraper dumps, water truck comes through and wets it. After the water truck wets it, the 824 comes through and dozes it, levels it out, and basically helps with the compaction. After he dozes it, then the water truck's got to come back through and he'll wet it again. So the process is they dump dirt, you wet it, the 824 goes over it, levels it out, and then the water truck goes over again and wets it again before the next load comes on. Then they dump it on top. So here's just a look of everything around where we're working. It's always pretty cool. Worked in a lot of cool areas. This isn't too bad. Sometimes you get really neat areas where you're in the mountain and it's an awesome view no matter where you look. Here, we're in the middle of a city, nothing too crazy. It just sometimes sucks because you got to wet just right. You can't wet over into the neighbor's house. I've wet people's houses before. I've wet people in the water truck. It's a little harder when you're in the middle of the city because you got to make sure the dust stays down. But anyway, so like I said, here comes Greg. You see how the scrapers just dumped. The 824 is coming through and leveling it all out. And Miguel is, or the water truck is, coming up behind him and wetting as he dozes. I know water trucking's easy and it's just putting water down, but there is a trick to doing it. If you put too much then you turn it into mud and everyone starts sliding, everyone gets mad at you. And then another cool thing that the 824 hand does, which is Daddy Greg, he'll come through and he smooths out the road for you. Most 824 hands don't care about it. They'll just let you jump around. Greg will always come through and smooth out the road and make life easier for everybody. I'm sure here he's just checking the grade to see how many more feet of cut they have here. Those little white things on his blade, or those are the GPS antennas. They'll tell him how many more feet they got to go down before the bottom is exposed. So here he goes. So where they're pulling dirt from is called the cut. They cut the dirt out, basically, and then they go dump it in the fill. Where they're dumping is called the fill. There's a dozer, I think it's a John Deere, I think, but it rips up and softens the dirt so the scrapers can come through and pick up the dirt and tow it all the way over here. And see how they're starting on the left-hand side now? They're dumping on the left-hand side, and then they're going to work left to right. And that's pretty much the process. It's not very hard, but you wouldn't believe how many people have a hard time following a pattern left to right. And you'll get 10 scrapers one time and everyone's dumping right next to each other, left to right, left to right, left to right. And then there's one scraper that'll just go on the complete other end of the job and dump. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you again for watching, and leave a like and subscribe. That'd be great. Maybe we'll get more content and maybe it'll be better. All right, well, y'all have a great day, night, evening, or whatever it is.